Welcome back to today's Premier Experts. I'm your host, Ray Perez, and today my special guest is Jerrad Havins, the Financial Freedom Strategist. Welcome to the show, Jerrad.
Thank you so much for having me on.
I appreciate you being here, and like I always like to kick it off, can you share with me and the audience, why do they call you the Financial Freedom Strategist?
Well, the reason why they call me the Financial Freedom Strategist is ever since I've been working with our clients, it takes strategy to help someone repair their credit, improve their credit, and really what they're looking for is access to financing like mortgage and financial freedom, understanding how to manage their debt. And so since I've been known helping thousands of people as the Financial Freedom Strategist.
Beautiful. And can you explain to me a few of the different programs when it comes to credit repair and funding that you guys have? Because you guys do a lot of different things, right?
Yep. Yeah, we do a lot of different things. You know, our core program is the Credit Life Credit Improvement Program. And so what we do there is we work closely with our clients, either in a group setting or one-on-one, you know, helping them when it comes to credit repair, a lot of things we're doing on their behalf, helping them repair some negative marks that's kind of weighing down their score. But more importantly, really working on based on what their goals are, you know, how do we build credit to get access to more buying power? You know, how do we manage debt in a way to maximize FICO score improvement potential, but really just make sure that they're putting themselves in a position to not get into trouble with debt again and really understand the power of money. And so that program, you know, we work with our clients in that respect, usually between 6 to 9 months, just an overhaul, just getting them where they want to be, you know, access to that financing, being approved for the mortgage. You know, that's our big program. We actually have a trademarked product called the Credit Builder Blueprint. And this is really cool because most people in the credit industry, even though we do a lot more than just credit repair, you know, most people in the industry don't have a deliverable, let's say. You know, a lot of times people are lost. They don't know what's going on. What does something repaired, what does that mean, you know? And that's why we developed the Credit Builder Blueprint. So when someone enrolls into our program, we actually lay out the plan so they can follow along. So now people know what to expect.
So it's a step-by-step program that people can follow as far as from the beginning state to this is where we're going to end up depending on their particular needs?
Yes, yeah, and what we do is we break it down in phases. So a lot of times when people come in, it's more, you know, introduction. You know, we need to work on credit repair, you know, introduction to credit building. What does that mean? What does that look like? What type of accounts can I be approved for, right? Really getting into it, which that in itself leads to significant positive results to their credit score, credit profile, and everything. And then from there, we kind of break it down further, next level, next phase, where now we're entering into more specific strategies. And this is where I got my name, you know, Financial Freedom Strategist, is laying down those strategies in a way that's specific to their situation, what their goals are, their current credit status, and also their financial situation, and really then mapping that out. And so we, once again, our team and I, you know, working in either a group setting or one-on-one, you know, we have those things in place for them.
So what are the different scenarios or situations that a person would be in where it would be beneficial to work with you and your team?
You know, that's a great question. You know, it varies. So I would say a lot of times, most of our clients that come to us are in a situation where life events happen, right? You know, divorce, medical issues, just a lot of times something has happened in someone's life, and because of that, it caused a negative impact to their credit. A lot of times they kind of lose focus on the financial side of things too, or they went through a financial issue and they're trying to rebound, right? And so those are a lot of our clients. They're motivated. They want to buy that home. They have a family. Maybe they're growing. They have a baby on the way. You know, a lot of our clients are someone like that. We also work with a lot of business owners, so they understand the power of credit, buying power, lending, and what that means to their business. So we're able to work with them as well and help them. And really anywhere in between. We've helped a lot of students as well, because student loans are a huge burden today on a lot of younger people. And so because of that, you know, we have programs in place that help them how to restructure their student loan debt in a way that they can afford. What is it that they're looking for, right? Because their goals are a little bit different, right? Mm-hmm. So we're able to put them into a program to help them with those things. So it's really a holistic approach to financial wellness and credit, which is what leads to that financial freedom and access to lending.
Now, as an entrepreneur or as an individual, would it make sense to connect with you guys maybe ahead of time, before we need the loan, before we need to buy that house, before we need that financing for the business?
Yep.
So,
It definitely would. Most people usually come to us when they've already been denied because now there's a realization, but yes, if you're someone that's proactive and hey, I just want to know where I'm at. I mean, honestly, that would be amazing. We do have people that do that. They're coming in, they're being proactive, they're motivated, and they want to know, how do I structure my credit profile in a way, my credit score, to get access to this type of goal? And usually, I'd say the top two are always mortgage or business. Those are the top two. So yes, if you can be proactive up front, there's going to be so much power to that. But also, once again, if you've been denied and you have the realization like, oh, I need to work on something, we can help you too. We got solutions for everything.
now you guys have some coaching programs where you do some group coaching, you do private coaching, and you have some, and people can connect with you live but virtually, right? Can you
Yep.
kind of elaborate a little bit on how that works?
Yeah, so we have a few different things that we've done there. So we have group setting type coaching, which we do on Zoom, which a lot of people are familiar with now. We do a lot of that type of stuff. We actually do a lot of video coaching as well. So if a client's in a program, and a lot of times what we do, this is the first time they've gone through it. So anything related to credit building, financial, isn't always the most easy to understand. And so what we'll do is we'll break it down in a simple way based on a certain action item, and we actually film a quick video to them to break it down so they can reference back to it and actually work on that. Just because, traditional phone call, even though we can still do that, they may forget. They're at work, they're driving, it's the mom and she's taking her kids to soccer. What should we be doing, And so a lot of times we found in the past that they would forget. And so now we've developed things for a little while now where they can reference back to that. And then we also have that one-on-one coaching, which is going to incorporate more hands-on, one-on-one working together, diving in deep. What are we doing here? And more of that turnkey, do it for you type situation of coaching.
And what I love about your programs is that you give people a step-by-step process, educating them throughout, opposed to, in my experience, a lot of credit repair companies and these mailers that you receive,
Yep.
and they just have you fill out an application, have one call from you, and then you sit there and wait. So that's really one of the things that I love most about your program and what you guys do.
Yeah, that's a huge issue actually out there. Most people, when they're, they've gone through something, they know they're motivated, right? They want to make a change in their credit, their financial wellness. They want to be approved. They have a goal. And when they reach out to most credit repair companies, they have, they fill out a form online, they fill out like initial application, they have a phone call, hey, we're going to do this for you. But after that, they leave them without any sort of clarity. And they're not really filling the gap of working with them in a way to really empower them to understand the steps that need to be taken to really maximize their potential on debt management, credit building while the repair process is happening. Because the repair process is something that we do on behalf of our clients like other companies do, even though our model is really strong and a little bit different there as well. But that's what they're doing. And so what they're leaving out there is no understanding of what it is that the client is supposed to be doing. That's the biggest difference. They have to know what their actions are and what they mean to their goal and the overall thing that they're looking to accomplish,
Well, I think in any situation, communication, education, and being right there with your customer is most
Yep.
important, and that's what you guys do, so I
Yep.
love it. And you wrote the book on financial freedom, right?
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
why did you write that book?
So the reason why I wrote that book is because I wanted to create something that people could take advantage of even before working with us, to kind of vet us out and really just give them the education needed to understand the basics when it comes to credit repair, credit building, financial wellness, lending, how they all play together, and really the power of all that and how it leads to financial freedom. That's what people don't always understand. When they think financial freedom, they're thinking that I need to make more money. And of course, we all want to work hard and make more money and opportunity, but it's not always about that. It's understanding how and what money means, how to manage it in a way with controlled spending, and the power of the money that you do make and what it can lead to. So it really lays out all those different things that can really give someone just an understanding of like, oh my goodness, I can actually do this.
And would you say that what would be the type of person or situation that would be most beneficial to work with you and your team?
Yeah, for sure. Once again, I would say it's always two key areas for me. It's someone that maybe they have some bad marks in their past, and it doesn't matter about how many, it's just the fact that they're there and something's weighing you down and you want to do your best to repair that, right? I always talk about it, FICO's math. So your credit score is simply math, and it's based on a history of lent money, what's on your credit report. And if we have anything in there that's negative from your past, it's naturally going to weigh down the score, right? And so anyone that maybe has something like that, and once again, that they're motivated and they're looking for more or access to more buying power, mortgage, auto, business, I want something, right? And so that's a perfect client because we can help repair the past. And then once again, through our coaching and our Credit Builder Blueprint, laying out the steps on how to maximize their situation through debt management, through proper credit building, how to level up and get access to better accounts, more long-term accounts, higher limit credit cards, better offers, better interest rates, flyer miles. Because most people, when they have an issue, they only have access to so much because banks make lending decisions based on risk. Well, if you have risk, you're going to get different types of accounts with worser terms.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And so it's like we got to make sure that it's all about leveling up to get access to the better things while also working specific towards their goals that they actually want as well. It's really a win-win-win all around.
Well, you guys are a very full service company when it comes to like people who are in need in a situation where they have to get repair and they're trying to get that new home, and then people who just need access to capital, or people who might not be in a dire situation but they just need to expand. Me personally, I've had many situations where I needed more capital to invest in larger opportunities. I didn't have anything wrong with my credit. I just needed more access, and I love that you provide programs for that, giving them access.
Yes. Once again, business owner. I work with a lot of investors, real estate investors. You don't have to necessarily have bad marks on your credit, even though we help a ton of people with that. Once again, we have a lot of clients as well that are strictly just wanting to understand what are the strategies and how I can manipulate my credit profile in a way to get access to better financing, to get access to more and pay less for it. That's another big part that we do with our clients. And once again, all this means more buying power, more opportunity once again, but that financial freedom comes into play. Because anytime you get access to better financing, you're paying less, right? And it also impacts insurance. Your credit impacts insurance premiums, all these different things that people don't really think about. And that's why when someone has gone through an issue, they naturally pay more for everything. It's harder to get towards that financial freedom because they're always bombarded by higher expenses or debt. But then when you get to those next levels, the whole gambit opens up for people. And they start to realize that. That's why I love what I do so much, is because when people start to get that positive motion moving forward, they start to see the successes and the wins, they realize, oh my goodness, I can do more. And they're more motivated to take those actions, which is super exciting for me and my team, because that's what we're looking for, is seeing those clients do that. It's the best thing.
Well, I think you nailed it. Access to more buying power and pay less.
Yes.
I think that in the end of the day is the big key,
want.
and that's what people want. And for those that are not aware of this information, the fact that you guys will train them, you'll coach them, you'll walk them through that, and not only will they save more, but they'll actually have access to more opportunities. So I think it's wonderful.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, if people want to learn more about you, your programs, how to work with your team, what's the best way for them to do that?
Best way to reach me for sure is on jerrad360.com. It allows you to get access to my social media platforms. You can actually call me, text me from there, email. Literally every way to get a hold of me is on jerrad360.com. It's so easy to use. It's awesome.
Beautiful. Well, I'm looking forward to working with you. I need some access to more capital for my funding. So
there we go.
Thank you so much for being on the show, Jerrad. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And thank you guys for joining us. I really appreciate you. And this is Ray Perez signing off and reminding you to never leave for tomorrow what you can do today, and always stay true to your brand.